Hi friends, welcome to TechieMit. So in continuation with the multi-threading related series in Java, today I have uh, the topic for wait and join methods and the comparison between them. So in the previous video we saw about the how the wait works and how the wait notify all they work for establishing the inter-thread communication between them. So the last video we saw about it. So this video what we'll see the comparison and similarities and differences between wait and join. So and after that, of course, a practical example of the join method. So let's go for it then. So to start with, we have similarities. So both wait and join method are used to pause the current execution of the thread in the program. Wait and join method uses method overloading in which they contain the overloaded constructor. So example, wait methods are they have a return type as void for all the return type is only void, and overload method are wait with no parameters, wait long timeout in which you specify the timeout in like milliseconds, and so we have wait void long timeout in nanoseconds. So nanoseconds you specify as a second parameter. So first is the timeout and second is the nanos. So in nanosecond you specify. After that we have the for join methods. Also there the similarity is that they contain all the return type as void, and the overloaded methods are join long timeout, join long timeout, and nano. So these are the similar methods. So those with methods that are overloaded in wait are similarly overloaded in join also. And also the similarities between them, they are specifically used to pause the current execution of thread in the program, and also they are similarities related to the overloaded methods. Right? Now let's see the differences. So interrupt method is used to interrupt the execution of both wait and join methods, and both are the non-static methods that can be created using instance method of the created class. So this point actually includes similarities as well as differences. Firstly, it's like interrupt method is used to interrupt the execution of both wait and join methods. That is, interrupt method internally is used to interrupt execution. Otherwise, what will it will throw interrupted exception. As you know, the compiler gets error if you are not throwing it or indicating by using trackage block to throw an exception. So interrupt method is used to interrupt the execution of both wait and join methods. So, and also the both are the non-static method that they are created using instance method of the created class. Now we'll see finally the differences in join and methods in Java. So basically, join what it does, it causes the current thread to execute until it completes its execution. That is, the current thread will complete its entire execution. Only after then the other thread will join to complete its execution. So thread 1 join, thread 2 join, thread 3 join, thread 4. So if you want to some like sequential processing of the threads, so in that case you necessarily need to go for join. That is there. And wait, what is that? It causes the current method to wait until the other thread notifies it. As we saw that wait will wait only when for some time, and after the other thread notifies it, it will resume its execution. Not necessarily to call join in synchronized concept. So the point is not necessarily you have to call join in the synchronized concept, but it's necessary to call the synchronized context. Otherwise, it will throw illegal monitor state exception. That is the point to be noted. If you do not throw, if you do not call within the synchronous context, it will throw illegal monitor state exception. And the join, they are not the methods of the object class, but yeah, wait, notify all, they are the methods of the object class. So basically, the join is a instant method that you can invoke on uh, thread created thread instance. Join method doesn't hold any lock or monitor. That is the point of it. Join method doesn't hold any lock, specific lock or monitor. It can be released. So as I said, it is used for synchronization. For first one thread will execute, then the second thread, third. So According to your requirement, if some such processing is needed, then you should go for joins. The method on which wait is called releases head lock. So the method basically what wait does, it internally heads a lock on which it needs to release the locks lock on the monitor. Basically held the lock on the monitor, but that is not the case with join. They are majorly used for sequencing purpose, as I said, where one thread finishes execution and other continues. They are majorly used for inter-thread communication between multiple threads using wait, notify, and notify all the thread. So we saw about the similarities, the differences, and let's now move to the practical example. So as you can see in front of the what I've done, I'll taken a class, okay, and we'll make the use of Java NIO methods and Java NIO methods and utilize Java 8 for it. So firstly, we'll prepare the skeleton of the program. That will do thread 31 new thread. Okay, this is thread 1. Let's say consider I prepare 3 threads. Okay, these are the 3 threads. Now what we have created the 3 threads, prepare the skeleton of it. Now we'll the start method of it. Start the threads. After that, join method invocation. As it is used for sequential processing. So thread 1 will join. After that, thread 2 will join, and after that, thread 3 will join. Now see, as I told that a compiler will give error if you are not handling with try catch, or so I will indicate it with the throws interrupt exception. So I'm throwing this exception, so it's leaving the interrupted exception. Please indicate that the join method will not throw an interrupted exception. So now we'll go to the main crux of the program. That firstly, what we'll do, we'll take a make the use of Java NIO. We'll take a path. In paths.get. See, we have taken the java.nio.file.path and file.paths. So yeah, what I will do, I'll take a file from the this thing desktop location. So let's see, I will take this file, copy the path over here. The file name is topics.txt. Okay. So we'll just take a line over there. Line feed. That we can enter or feed into it the file. Now what we'll do, we'll make the use of files, not write. That what we'll do, path give as a one parameter and the other parameter as the line. Okay. Now it's giving me error that I need to handle it with try catch. So I will handle it with try catch. Now the compiler error is gone because it's might they throw an IO exception. So necessarily I make the use of path one over here. I taken the path where my text file exists on that is on the desktop location. I given a line to be inserted and I write it to the file. Okay. After that, in second thread, what we'll do? We'll again use the same concept. Path of I'll take the same location. Okay. Now I will again insert some string over here. String line to read. Let's say this is the line which we want to read from the file. Okay, you have taken a string over here, you have taken the path of it, and you have taken the off parameter in that. Note here, it takes a converting a path string, a sequence of string, and join a found path string. So in that you have to specify the path. Path of which location? Path of this particular location on the desktop. There is a file present. You need to take that file. And now what we'll do? Well, again, like now we will like files dot write a string. Again, I have to try catch. We'll read it. No. Now you have written this line. Part to read. Now what will do? String content to read. So as I printed this line, we need to read it from it. Part dot print the contents of the file. File contents are to read. Okay. So in the first we have taken a file, we have inserted a file, and we have written with the getBytes method. And in that, and the other method, other thread, we have taken we will follow the same process. We have taken a path. We have taken a string over here using write string method. We are write into that path, and using a read string, we have to all the contents from our file into a string. So it will read from all the contents present in a particular path of the file, and it will print it for you. In the last thread, what we'll do, we'll again take two paths over it. Path one. We'll take two paths and we will basically copy them from one context to another context. So let's say I'll take this path. and this is the other part. Okay. What we'll use files dot copy. But for that, what we need to do, we need to make the use of, to copy the file, we need to take the output stream instance. So we'll use try with resources. Try with the resource output stream. New file output stream. Let's say part2.2 file. To file, what it does, it will return a file of the object representing the path. After that, what we'll do, we'll basically just import them. Output, so it's output string. So it was catching the file not found after that by IO exception, but not necessarily. I'll just include one catch block, that's sufficient. And as I said, we need to make the use of files dot copy source and output string out. So take the path one. Okay. So all the threads are ready. So we are make the use of Java 8 as contrast to like the previous video in which we just make the previous version of Java, but to make the take the leverage of Java 8, I will make the use of Java 8. Now I have created the 3 threads, written the logic for the 3 threads. In the first thread we have taken a path, inserted a line over there using file.read, file.write, write into that specific file. After that, I have taken another thread, and this is the line which we want to insert to read from the file. We have taken that particular string, and we read that string, and we are printing the contents. And after that, we are just copying the 2 files from one file context need to be copied to the other file. Note all this. It will, I think so. The path over here is just like it will throw an exception. So I was just mistaken on that path, so I rectified it. Those is other, it will that file not exist exception. Now it will not throw the exception. And yeah, just to ensure, as you know, the sequencing of threads. So after one thread is executed, only then second thread will be executed. Only after that, third thread will execute. So printing thread one execution sorted. On here we print as thread to execution. So we'll start the thread, and only after one thread will execute the second and third, and can confirm it by this. Now what we'll do, we'll just try to run the program. Just run it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, perfect. It's executing correctly, just as the way we wanted. Thread 1 execution has started, thread 2 execution has started, thread 3 execution has started. After that, thread 1 has joined. The thread 1 has joined after, yes, and thread 1 completed its execution. No, thread 1 has joined and it completed its execution. So we'll see the topics.txt file. Okay, this is the line which we want to read from the file. That is, this is on the second path, as as in the second thread we have executed and it's printed correctly. This is the line that we wanted to read from the file. It's correctly printed. And firstly tried to do, like, it was replaced by this line. This is the line which we read from the file from the second thread. The first thread got executed. We wrote it and using getBytes method. After that, it wrote that specific line. This is the line which you want to read from the file, and correctly it's printed the contents also, because using files.readString, we read the line, printed it context. This was just for demo purpose. So just to show that how you can read from the file and what are the basically contents of the file. Yeah, and it can be a longer file also. So in that case, maybe you can use string builder also for that purpose, and some additional bit. But just to keep it simple and for the demo purpose, we have made the start on a string, and it's correctly printed, and its file contents are printed. And after that, thread 2 has joined, correctly printed. After that, thread 3 has joined. After thread 2, thread 3 has joined. Sample.txt. So sample.txt and sample2.txt. So we have taken the output stream of the part 2, that is sample2.txt, and copying the part 1 into output stream. So we have taken sample1.txt and copied it into sample2.txt. So let's see the contents of both of them. It should be same. Sample, now this is the old file. It old file contents. Now this is the old file. It old file contents. Now this is the old file. It old file contents. So the you note that the contents that we saw in sample 1 are the same as the what we are seeing in sample 2. That is, now this is the old file. Old file contents. So both the contents are so correctly. The file is also getting copied. So how to write the file, how to insert a specific line in it, how to read the content from the file, how to copy the file. So some operations related to NIO and using Java 8 is covered in this topic. And also initially we saw about the differences and the similarities between wait and join, and how the execution goes, and how they are related to each other. And so this video was all about regarding the join, and its sample demo and the comparison and similarities between wait and join. So more to come on new multi-threading related topics and other Java related topics. Stay tuned, and keep liking, subscribing to #TechieMit. Bye for now.